What if an object drifting quietly through interstellar space, an object no larger than a small mountain, was never a simple chunk of rock at all? What if it was a functioning, nuclear-powered vessel, launched deliberately by a civilization we have never seen, from a star system we cannot yet name? That single possibility has shaken the scientific world to its core. The object now known as 3I, Atlas, is slipping deeper into our solar system, and with every new observation, it bends the rules of celestial mechanics just a little more. What began as a rare chance to study an interstellar visitor has evolved into something much stranger, something that refuses to fit neatly into any category. 3I, ATLAS did not arise from the swirling disk of gas and dust that shaped Earth, the Moon, or any of the planets. Its chemistry, its trajectory, even the faint emissions trailing behind it, all of them are unlike anything in the Sun's family. Its path is hyperbolic, clearly marking it as an outsider merely passing through, yet that same path might place it dangerously close to a place we've always believed was safe, the Moon. For billions of years the Moon has served as Earth's steady companion, regulating our tides, stabilizing our tilt, and providing humanity with a stepping stone to the wider universe. A collision with such a world sounds impossible, until you run the numbers. Every simulation continues to return the same unsettling result: a non-zero chance of impact. 3I, Atlas is moving with a velocity that makes any collision unimaginably destructive. A direct strike would unleash more energy than almost any known lunar impact, carving out a crater the size of continents, throwing molten rock into space, and sending waves of debris outward like shrapnel from a cosmic explosion. Some of that debris could break free of the Moon's gravity entirely, forming a spreading cloud that might drift across paths used by satellites and spacecraft. Humanity's plans for lunar bases, radio-quiet observatories, and fuel depots would suddenly face a threat no one prepared for. The most unnerving part? We still don't know what this object is made of. It might be metal. It might be ice. It might be something else entirely, something unknown to solar system geology. Gas signatures leaking from its surface contain combinations never detected on comets or asteroids. Small shifts in its motion hint, only slightly but enough to raise eyebrows, at the possibility of controlled acceleration, as if the object can adjust its direction by subtle pulses of internal energy. Scientists argue fiercely. Is this truly an engineered craft? A relic? A probe? Or merely a natural object behaving in ways we don't yet understand? As 3I, ATLAS approaches the inner solar system, the Moon becomes part of a calculation no one ever wanted to make. The possibility of impact, however small, carries consequences that would reshape not only the lunar surface, but the Earth-Moon system itself. A collision would melt rock, fracture regolith on an unprecedented scale, and fill space with dust and debris that could linger for years. Regions of the Moon mapped with precision would be transformed in minutes. Human structures, past, present, or planned, would face catastrophic risk. Even Earth could feel the effects. A shift in the Moon's mass distribution or orbit could subtly modify tides, currents, and long-term climate patterns, reminding us how tightly the two worlds are linked. Politically, the shock would be unlike anything in modern history. The idea that an interstellar visitor, natural or artificial, might strike our closest companion would challenge humanity's confidence in its place in the cosmos. Yet in the devastation lies opportunity. A major impact on the Moon would expose ancient layers untouched for billions of years. The ejecta would contain pieces of 3I, ATLAS itself, the first interstellar samples ever collected, delivered by force rather than gentle capture. Seismic waves racing through the lunar crust could reveal secrets about its interior. And telescopes across the world would record the event across every wavelength, creating a scientific archive without parallel. But the cost of confronting 3I, ATLAS would be staggering, far greater than anything humanity has ever had to calculate in real time. Because this isn't just another asteroid threat, and it isn't just another passing visitor from deep space. This is something else. Something powerful enough to force the entire species into a moment of collective hesitation. Any defensive attempt, whether redirecting the object, breaking it apart, or attempting to cushion its trajectory, would unleash consequences across cislunar space that no simulation can fully predict. The Moon's environment, once considered a safe haven for exploration, could instantly become hostile. The fragile network of satellites orbiting the Moon, from communication relays to navigation beacons, could be ripped apart by debris. Lunar surface installations, robotic landers, seismic sensors, 3D printed resource stations, could be shattered into cloud-like plumes of dust and metal. And with them would vanish decades of slow, patient progress. The dream of building a permanent foothold beyond Earth would collapse overnight. Every mission of the next generation, the Lunar Gateway, international crew rotations, automated mining operations, and even the first commercial lunar habitats, would face catastrophic delays or outright cancellation. Overnight, billions in investment and decades of scientific planning would be at risk, forcing engineers to rethink everything from launch windows to settlement blueprints. Suddenly, the future humanity was building among the stars would need to be rewritten from scratch. And behind every debate, every briefing, every emergency strategy meeting, one question keeps returning like a shadow. What exactly is 3I, Atlas? Is it a machine with forgotten purpose? A silent probe dispatched by a civilization so ancient its creators may no longer exist? A derelict craft drifting through cosmic emptiness for millions of years, now stumbling into our solar system like a bottle washing up on a distant shore? Or is it a natural wanderer, yet shaped under such alien physics that it resembles technology more than ice and rock? Because its behavior refuses to fit into known categories. Its speed doesn't simply follow gravitational predictions, it fluctuates, as if a guidance system is adjusting for unseen variables. Its trajectory bends and stabilizes in patterns that seem too deliberate for random forces. And the faint pulses inside its coma, the rhythmic bursts of energy that repeat with uncanny precision, don't resemble any known form of cometary outgassing. They feel like signals. Patterns. Instructions. Not noise but communication. If 3I, Atlas is not alive, then something once guided it. If it is not constructed, then nature has just revealed a type of object that defies every geological and astrophysical law we know. Either possibility changes everything. Because suddenly, 3I, Atlas is not just a visitor passing through our solar system. It's behaving like an observer, interacting with magnetic fields, responding to solar wind pressure, and even causing odd fluctuations in plasma streams trailing behind it. It is studying us as much as we are studying it. The Moon, usually a quiet, dependable partner in humanity's expansion, would transform into the center of global attention. Every camera, every telescope, and every space agency would focus on its cratered surface, knowing that whatever happens there will shape our future beyond Earth. It becomes the stage where human ambition collides with cosmic mystery. Where the physics we understand meets the physics we don't. Where the limits of human technology face something older, stranger, and perhaps far more advanced. And the people of Earth would watch, some with fear, some with awe, and others with a sense of historic anticipation, because they know that events like this do not come twice in a civilization's lifetime. Billions would stare at the Moon, holding their breath, realizing how fragile our existence truly is. For the first time, humanity would witness that even the closest world in our sky is vulnerable, not just to random impacts, but to the unknown forces roaming between the stars. It becomes clear, undeniable, and impossible to escape. The universe has never been silent. It has never been empty. It has always been alive with motion, with mystery, with phenomena beyond human imagination.